People always ask how I balance my family life with 400 shows a year. I'm just doing what I love with the people I love. It's my magic life.
I like Wes Iseli. I like everything about him.
All right, guys, we're back. And this week we have somebody that's very special to us. Our little girl's been taking musical theater. She's starting voice lessons soon. And it's all because of today's guest. Everybody, it's Nicole Pearson. What's up? How are you?
Oh, hi, I'm good. Thank you so much for having me today.
We have so much to talk to you about. My little girl has grown up in show business. And I've talked about this on other podcasts with psychological doctors or whatever. And I'm like, listen, my little girl used to go on stage with no fear. Mm-hmm. Abracadabra! Yeah. And blow kisses and do stuff. And then this teenager thing kicked in, and now she's like a meek little...
Yeah. Like, I had to remind her last week at a doctor's appointment. I was like, look at them in the face when you speak to them, please. Wow. She's like, I'm like, Lana, you're 14. You gotta raise your head, talk clearly. Yes. But then she goes on stage and she says her lines and she does her songs.
Yes, I see it with students so often. Something changes over. Like, I'll have some voice students that start with me at 8 and go all the way up through 18. But somewhere in those middle school years, they become aware that people are watching them. And sometimes when they're in those younger age groups, they're just doing whatever's required of them with no awareness of an audience. But then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, someone's watching me. I wonder what they're thinking. I wonder how they feel about what I'm doing on stage. It's interesting.
See, I've never had stage fright. I've never had that. Wow. About what other people think.
Wow.
They don't like me. I've never had it, right? I mean, yeah, I was on Penn and Teller Fool Us, and it was a different kind of nerves. It was just, I wanted to make sure my checklist was just spinning in my head constantly. But I wasn't scared of the audience. I wasn't scared. You know, I just wanted to impress those two. The 1,500 people, 5,000 people in the room, it's just another show. It was just I was performing for my idols.
I think you're the exception to the rule, though. Yeah. I think most people get nervous, but the uber shyness that she's showing, like, I know I'm more introverted. I'll push him in front of me. Like, if it's like everybody, you know, even at church, I know people at church, but meet and greet and say hi to people. Go ahead, honey, and I'll follow. You know, like, I'm way more introverted, but I don't think I ever went through a period of being so shy that I wouldn't even look up off the ground.
Yeah.
But that's where we're at with her. And we're just like.
But I really didn't think that would happen as much as here's another thing. During the shows, after our big illusion shows, hour-and-a-half show, 15-minute intermission, we take a final bow as a family. Natalie goes and sells merch. And before the babies, Lana would sit on stage with me. And she would sign autographs. That way I could watch her. I'm kind of babysitting as I'm taking pictures and signing autographs.
Right.
She would say, how many did you sign, Dad? I signed 15. How many did you sign? Like, because they would go to her first. Like, she would send them over to me. And she would sign autographs. And it was a competition. But now she doesn't want any part of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So weird.
It's weird. Yes. But when she's with me, I've seen huge growth. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. You know, hey, Lana, do your homework. Hey, Lana, do this. I'll get to it. She puts everything on the back burner. Lana, it's 1:00 in the afternoon. That's when we usually have breakfast. We're entertainers. We have a different schedule, right? But I haven't seen you yet. Can you come down and say hi? I know you've been up since 10. I'm reading my script.
Right.
Yes.
So somehow you have motivated her to just really study, really work on this script. And I want to know some secrets because, Lana, you got to feed the cats. You got to take out the trash. You got to do your homework. I got to do my script.
She's a leader. She's a leader in my class, for sure.
That's awesome.
That is
always on it. She comes and she's ready. It's awesome.
I like hearing that.
All right, so let's talk about you. We'll get back to Lana later on. So, what came first for you? Was it your love of music or love of theater?
Music. I consider myself a singer first and then an actor second. So I started singing in church when I was 4. And I remember, like we were just talking about with Lana, I was too young to know that it mattered or to know that anyone was really watching me. And I remember the pastor did this. I was sitting on the front row with my mom, and the pastor did this funny introduction of like, we have this world-renowned artist with us today. And I was like, Mom, who's he talking about? She was like, he's talking about you. You're about to get up there.
You're looking around for the special guest.
Yeah. So I was like, ooh, she sounds cool. Like 4-year-old little me getting up to sing a little solo. So yeah, I consider myself a singer for sure first.
Do you go to that church that you teach at?
I did go here for years. Yes, we've bounced around a little over the years, but this is the church I grew up in and got married and all of that. So,
oh wow!
Aww.
All right, that's special. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
special building. Yeah.
So, did you always know you wanted to perform professionally? Is that something you wanted to do?
In 5th grade, I did my first professional show with the company Virginia Rep here in town. And they were just looking for some kids to be in the kid ensemble of a Christmas show. And my mom kind of pushed me to go to the audition. I was like, probably like Lana, like starting to be aware and pretty nervous about it. It got cast. And then that was it for me. 5th grade. I'm going to get a degree in musical theater. This is what I want to do with my life. I think just being around all those other professional actors and watching them do their thing. And I just got hooked on, you probably understand it. That's like an adrenaline rush of being on stage and being around other actors and then making your audience feel something.
It makes me think of COVID when you say, you know how it feels. COVID, it felt like a death in my family. I couldn't be on stage. It was 10 people or less is all you could perform for. That cut out shows. So it was
weird.
It was very weird. And Zoom isn't the same because it's like they're watching TV, so they don't act right or they overact, and you can tell when the audience overreacts too. That's very good. You never say that. That's not the right time to say that's weird.
No. Yeah. Yes, I know. All of that connection was missed of live theater or live performing. Yes.
Yeah.
We have a friend named Lana Young. I don't know if you know of her or ever heard of her. She played in the movie Southpaw, Academy Award-winning movie.
Okay.
But she was like you when we met her. She just taught theater classes.
Okay.
She hired us to work her trade show booth to get kids over to sign up for musical theater and community television locally. And then all of a sudden, she just got an agent somewhere. I guess she was always working behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And ended up in New York. And now she's been on all these different television shows. And her IMDb is stacked.
Wow.
But we don't want to lose you. Is that a possibility? We're not going to lose you to New York and LA, are we?
I don't think so. Just because of my family, I think they've grounded me a little bit.
Okay, good.
At least for now.
Lana,
before I had kids, I would say those kinds of things to my husband, like I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go to New York or LA.
Lana would be heartbroken if you left. So I'm checking in. Yeah.
She would.
Oh.
So you went to Belmont University. How'd you end up there? Why'd you choose?
Just, I think the typical, did the college tours when I was a junior in high school. And I didn't plan to go that far from home, but I'm sure you guys have been to Nashville a million times in your travels. It's just a special city. And I thought Belmont was particularly special. They had a special musical theater program at the time. They kept it really small, so I got a ton of individualized attention. And I loved that city because it wasn't New York, so it wasn't quite as overwhelming for 18-year-old me. So yeah, Belmont, super proud of that.
Talk about COVID. It's changed a lot since then. Just in the past years, it's blown up a lot. Yeah.
Okay, I haven't been back in a little while.
What was your favorite performance memory as a kid or a college kid?
Let's see. In college, my senior year, we did Cats. Everyone knows that show. And I played Grizabella, the cat that sings the big song Memory. She's also old, and so I got to play around with like moving and, well, I'm probably starting to be that way now. Old, but moving around with a cane, and that was a neat acting experience. And to get all that cat makeup on and the wig, and I think, that would be a big memory for me.
Wow. So I wanted to do movie magic, makeup, special effects. So when I was in high school, I don't want to go down a rabbit hole. Terminator 2 came out. It ruined that for me because it wasn't going to be movie magic anymore. Everything was going to be CGI. I saw the writing on the wall. So I magic because I could do that. Right. And I saw that lasting a little bit longer than special makeup effects.
Sure.
Did you ever play with the special makeup effects in your, I mean, you did the old person makeup. That was never fascinating to you at all?
No, I think I'm an actor. I want somebody to put that makeup on me, and then I want to do the digging of the acting work, but maybe not the makeup and the effect.
See, I can be me on stage, but unless you put me in makeup or a character or an outfit, then I feel like somebody else and I can play somebody else.
Yes.
You can't put me in street clothes and say, now go act like an old man.
Oh,
it's a
interesting.
weird psychological thing. Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So he probably wouldn't do too well at auditions.
Oh, no.
I guess you guys don't have to do auditions, huh? No.
Every day's an audition. Who am I going to hire? You or this guy? Well, let me tell you.
Right.
So every day's an audition, really.
Right. Yeah.
So what lessons early on impacted you that you still carry today?
Ooh. My favorite one, and maybe Lana has shared this because I think I say it often. And you even hear me say it in my introduction when you come to our musical theater showcases. I think it's so important to learn how to introduce yourself and be yourself. We were just talking about being a character, and there's a lot there too to learn and to dig into. But I think I had a few teachers early on who would tell me when I was prepping my audition material, you know what's the most important of your audition package? It's when you say your name. That is really it. That is the only thing of your whole package, your song and your monologue and your dance. That's the only thing that belongs to you. Somebody wrote that song. Somebody wrote that monologue. It's not yours. You're just borrowing it. But you, like taking that empowerment, I think it's so powerful. And I try very, very hard to pass that on to anyone that I teach. Like, stand up and be so proud of who you are, and make sure that your name comes across the clearest of any line that you're going to say. So
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I do, because you can get yourself lost in all the characters and everything. But if you know who you are at the end of the day, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I talked about Penn and Teller earlier. Teller did a play called The Tempest. He directed. And there was a magician that played the ghost or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So he was doing card manipulation and everything. I was attracted to him anyway just because of magic, and he's one of us, right? He's my guy. I don't know people talking Shakespeare crap, but I know this guy, right? But I was drawn to him the entire play because I don't know the language, but when he was off screen, when he wasn't in character, he was still in character. So he reacted to what was going on in the play and did stuff. And that was so magical because so many actors you see, even on real stages, not their turn.
Yep.
We just saw a ballet in Roanoke last week, and when they weren't doing it, they turned off what they were watching. And it's like, that's not how it's supposed to be.
One of them. Yeah. He just looked very bored. And I was like, that's not a good vibe to be putting out.
You're still on stage. You're still on screen.
Yeah.
That's right. People are watching you.
So what is that called? An aside character. What is that called when they're just on hold, but they're still supposed to be reacting with it?
An ensemble. I don't know what you would say.
Ensemble.
But yes, I do tell all my classes, it's not just your lines, it's not just your acting, it's the reacting. But that's hard. That takes a while for that to start to come through in actors. The first thing you see is the light switch when it's their line. And that's good. That's progress. And then eventually you will start to see.
Or they overachieve and they know everybody's line and you see them moving.
Yeah.
That's my pet peeve. That is my pet peeve. I watch for that in TV shows sometimes. Have you ever noticed? Like, sometimes you'll see, like,
Yep. And you're like, no, stop. Don't do that. You're not supposed to know what they're saying. Like,
We were watching a show on Netflix and they were reading off a teleprompter, and one of the guys on the panel was actually reading the teleprompter with the person that was hosting.
yeah.
So you could see his lips moving.
Yeah.
It's like, golly, what are you doing?
You're still getting a kick out of everything, but it was just, yeah.
That is my pet peeve. That is so funny.
So leaving Belmont University and becoming a teacher, what was that transition? What drew you to want to become a teacher?
Did you automatically become a teacher after university, or did you do something else?
No, I swore up and down I would never teach. Ironic, right?
Never say
I was
never.
one of those.
No.
21 years old. All I'm ever going to do is be an actor. There's no way you're going to get me to teach. And then I taught, someone begged me to teach their high school daughter a few voice lessons over the summer when I first graduated. And I was like, okay, like a few lessons, I'll do that. But I had been hired by Virginia Rep to do their children's theater tours, which is how I ended up back in Richmond. And so I had the summer and I nannied and I taught this girl voice lessons. And then I was like, I don't know, I might like that, but I might not. And really like dove into just being an actor. But as people would ask me here and there, like, hey, can you work with this person? Hey, do you mind giving me a few lessons? You probably know this yourselves. There is so much about teaching that is very similar to performing. It's like, and I got hooked on that thing I was explaining earlier on being able to pass this love on to someone else and to watch them get it and have a light bulb moment and connect and grow. The side benefits of that, which are not even side, they're the full benefits of watching somebody become a full person and live out who they are and their calling. It's a draw. It's a huge draw. But yeah, it's funny in hindsight because I definitely was one of those that said, no way.
I teach magic lessons as well. And
you do.
And one of the things that when I teach magic lessons, you learn so much because the kids ask a question. You're like, why would you do it? Actually, why would you do it that way, right? I'm thinking, but I cut myself off before I even get the sentence out because I'm like, let's try it. Yeah. Wow, I like that better. I would have never thought of that. That's an outside the box thinking to try that. Let's try it. Have you experienced something like that with acting? Like the kids
sure.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I love about acting is that there aren't, I always say there's no wrong answer. There's no wrong choice except for no choice at all. That's your only wrong choice. But I definitely have some voice students that I've worked with for 9 or 10 years. And sometimes we'll go toe to toe on like, what is the intent of this particular song? And hey, if you can convince me and you can make the strong choice, that, just like you're saying, I learned something new. That's a different angle I wouldn't have chosen myself as an actor, but you did it and it worked. So yeah, you learn from your students for sure.
Do you follow Academy Awards and all that stuff? Are you deep into it or?
The Tonys is what I would, just as a musical theater nerd, the Tonys. But I missed this last set. Did y'all watch them?
No, but Lana had that friend from musical theater, and they were texting back and forth, Hamilton, and taking screenshots with their phone, and they're watching anything.
This was last year. I don't think they didn't watch it this year.
Yeah.
Was it Maya?
Yeah. Her and Maya. Yep. They were just they're still in contact. So it's very sweet. They're that they made.
Yeah. Did you see the painting Lana made her?
No.
Oh my.
Yeah, you're missing out. We'll
have
text it to you.
Yeah.
Oh no.
She did a whole, she painted. Lana's a really great artist too.
Yes.
She painted the Hamilton like poster with the guy's arms up. And she did an amazing, I'll text it to you after the podcast.
Yes, please do. And gave that to Maya as like a goodbye gift.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she did. Maya was like, oh, it's so sweet.
Lana Iseli does art on Instagram is the page I run for her.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. She's very good. Wow.
So, yep.
So I'm trying to tell her because she wants to be an actress, which I have no issue with. I'm totally fine.
Yeah.
We always said, before we had kids, we'll support our kids in whatever they want to do, and full force. But I also want her to know reality. And I'm like, so you're going to have to build a career. And sometimes you're going to have to take the community theater job, which doesn't pay much, in order to get stuff on your resume to go higher and higher. So in order to support yourself, you love doing art. You could do something. You could sell paintings. You could do the set design and everything for the theater and be paid for that as well. I'm trying to, so it's something that she still enjoys. Maybe it's not as much as she enjoys the acting, but it's something she can make money for while she's getting to the point where she can support herself with acting.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, you could do something like Miss Nicole where you're teaching a class and she's like you. She's like, oh, I'm not going to teach.
No way. That's way below me.
So Natalie wanted to be an actress. Natalie wanted to be an actress when she was in high school. And and she was one of those
director as well. Yeah.
And she was one of those drama kids that stayed till 4 a.m. and took it so serious and had to keep her grades up.
Ultimate drama kid.
But her dad told her she had to get a real degree. So she got a degree in religion. That was her first degree.
They were like, you're going to college. And I was like, for what? And so seemed interesting.
Wow. You have a degree in religion. That's interesting.
Can't wait with it.
But she just
I was going to ask you, what do you do with it?
Nothing.
She's a magician's assistant.
Not a thing. But I think in a way, I was, and in some ways probably still am, a very naive person. And so if I had gone to New York or Los Angeles after high school and I think I would have gotten eaten up and spit out. So it's probably 100% God's plan, and it worked out way better than anything I could have. I was like, I didn't want to go to college, but that was what my parents made me do, and it was probably for the best. So,
but she just got her master's in nutrition.
So
I know. I think that's amazing. I have told her that before. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Thank you. Because he has this passion, and I'm always like I love doing what we do. I love it, but I don't have a passion like he does. Like, it's not in every fiber of my being. And when we get home, I still want to keep doing magic. Like, it's not.
I'm watching magic videos. I'm watching.
Wow.
I'm reading magic books. I love it.
I want a passion like that. And then when I found this, I was like, ooh, this is what I can do. I can help people with their nutrition. I can help people. And getting the master's just kind of opened the door to be able to help not just lose weight, but gain weight for those lucky people that want to gain weight. Maintain whatever issues they may have, anything. I like it.
And pregnancy and lactation and losing baby weight, or what calories. You hear all these different things. What calories we're supposed to have when I'm pregnant? What calories we're supposed to have while I'm breastfeeding?
Postpartum,
But she does client check-ins on the way to and from shows, so it doesn't even interfere with shows at all.
Oh, because it's flexible for you.
Yeah. So,
but I wanted to do. Anyway. I'm just telling the backstories of both of us. Both of us loved acting and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to do the movie stuff, but I fell in love with magic, and my dad was 100% supportive. Go, man, go! This is awesome. Wow. Any friends come over, show them a trick. My mom kept giving me applications. Get a real job. She was looking out for me. She was trying to help me.
That's a mom's job, is to work.
Yes.
Now.
Yes.
But these two kids coming together, having kids, we're going to support our kid in anything. I mean, mom was trying to help, but let's help her more realistic and have without a backup plan that prevents you from doing that. Because I have magician friends that do that too. They say, when I retire, I'm going to become a full-time magician.
Wow.
And a guy we just ended up with all of his magic because he had a massive heart attack at 50. He bought all this magic, never even opened it, and died. He didn't get the dream. Right. So there is a...
Yeah. So we're like, go for it. But as a mom now, I can see where his mom was coming from. I can see where my parents were coming from. Like, you need to be able to take care of yourself. So part of me is like, you want to do acting. Okay, but no, take a step back. That's fine. She can do it. If this is what she wants to do, she can do it. You just, you got to figure out something that you love to do as well that you can make money with to support yourself as you go. That isn't how, you don't have to go be a waitress just because you're going to be an actor.
No. Yes.
So that's what I tell people when I'm teaching magic lectures to other magicians, our kids in general, like when we do little talks for career day. You might not be a famous actress, but you could start a blog for acting and go out and do that. And you can make money just doing that. And you're still supporting what you love.
Right.
There's a million other avenues, but you're still in that world.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. I think people so often, I love that when you said something about she could design the set, or I was even thinking like the costuming or the lights, even that's art, like designing a light. But so often people think so narrow, like you can't make money being an actor, like there aren't enough jobs, but like there's a whole world, like you just said, of jobs that surround that field. And a lot of those people make way more money than the actor anyway. So
all important, because you take one of them out, you don't have a full production.
Yeah.
It's not gonna stand on its own 2 feet there.
Right.
So yeah.
A friend of mine quit magic to do CGI for Disney, and I'm like, oh no, but you're such a good magician. Please don't quit. Then he writes back to me 6 months later. He's worked on 4 Marvel movies, and I'm like, you go, man, you go. I can't say anything.
Whoa.
And I just didn't want to lose a brother in that world,
Yeah.
Like, that talent is so awesome. But yeah, I can't. What do I know?
There probably are not many people who do what you guys do full time, right?
No. I mean, you got to hang on through the tough times, and I think that's what kicks a lot of people out.
Okay.
So you got to be determined to make it, even when you're barely making it. You know what I mean?
If they really are full time, we know them. That's how small the world is.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I found out 20 years into the business that a lot of people say I'm the best, but they're a lawyer during the day and they do shows on the weekends.
Okay.
So that's really what pays the bills, right?
Right.
So there's that in that world.
And I got thinking, that's not fair. Like,
yeah.
You're saying you're a full-time magician. That's not fair. Like,
no, you guys have put in all the work day in and day out.
Yeah. So what's your favorite part about teaching all these kids? Do you have a favorite part?
I think thinking about how they start and then where they land by the end of the session, or like in Lana's case, the end of a lot of sessions. I can for sure remember her first class, which is funny that she sticks out to me from her first session. And she was like giggly, probably because she was nervous and also so hesitant to try things. And now, I mean, I said it before, the word leader, I mean, she absolutely is. It's me, and then it's Lana, but people are following her way more than they're following me. So I think my favorite thing is just to watch this transformation. It's just...
Well, that makes me feel good.
It does.
See, she's like our little duck. We're putting her out there. We don't know what happens. We leave.
Right.
So you telling us news to us.
Seeing her, how she's gone from the first time watching her perform to this last time, I'm like, there's so much, like, just in hand movements while she's doing expressions. I'm like, I can see it, but I don't see the behind the scenes stuff. But I remember asking her when I heard about the class, I was like, Lana, do you want to try this? It's a musical theater class. And she looked at me, she went, I don't like, I was like, well, I mean, it's music, it's theater. Do you want to try it? It's put on for homeschool. I mean, it's during the middle of the day, so it works great. It's on a Tuesday in the middle of the day. How often do we have shows on a Tuesday in the middle of the day?
Right.
You know? So it would work with our schedule. And I mean, I'm not going to force you, but if you want to try it. And she's like, and I was like, hey, if you don't like it, you don't have to take it again.
No.
And you saw how that's gone. She's taken it every single time since.
I know.
I think it's so funny how hesitant she was to even try it.
Yes.
Like, I felt like I was almost pulling teeth and pushing her towards it, but I didn't want to push too hard.
Yeah.
And she took it, and now she just like, okay, so when does musical theater start again? Like,
and her scripts are gold. Her scripts are gold.
She has all of them. She's cut all of them.
And she'll get in the car, and the kids' car seats are beside her, so she wants to sit in the middle. She can get in the back. It's got a wide open bench, but she wants to sit beside the boys. She puts her script in the middle console where I put my elbow down, and I go to get in the car. Dad, my script. You put your elbow on my script.
Yep.
Those things are your lifeline when you're working on a show.
They are gold to her. Yeah. Dad, you can stay at home. Just don't mess up my script.
So how did you get the idea to teach specifically for homeschool kids a musical theater? I love the idea. Thank you for doing it. But how did you come up with the idea?
Honestly, I think you'll understand this as a mom. I took this job, which was a big shift for me when I took the job as the director of the academy, because before that I had been kind of like what artists do, piecemealing lots of different things together, like do a show and then teach private voice lessons and then teach a couple classes for Spark or Character Works. And then the opportunity for this job came and I thought, that's like a good next step for me. And I was thinking, I want to be more available. At that time, I just had one kid. I want to be more available for her. And I want to restructure my schedule if I can so that I'm around for her activities and not always running out the door to teach right when she's coming off the bus from school. And so honestly, it was more of just a logistical thing. Like, I still want to teach musical theater classes. I don't want to lose that part. I don't want to get trapped behind a computer being the director of an academy and all of the, the billing and the this and the boring stuff. I thought I would lose my spark if I wasn't teaching in some capacity. And so I thought maybe people will come during the day when my kid is at school and I could still have the best of both worlds. So I don't know. I still would love to see that program grow, but we'll just keep working at it. But it's very large on the little kid end. I think the word has gotten out and those classes fill very quickly with a wait list normally.
Wow.
Yeah, which is so fun. But yeah, I need more Lanas. So maybe you can tell me how to find them.
Okay.
We'll put this out.
Yeah.
We'll let people know.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys do a lot in a short amount of time because these classes are only usually, what is it, like 10 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
And only for an hour
Right.
a week. And
Yes.
so much as, I know it's not a full play, you guys are doing certain scenes of the play,
Yes.
but with that short amount of time, I am always impressed. I'm like, wow, like that's a lot of work you guys put in just that short amount of time. So if you guys like extended it, I just can't imagine what you guys could come
like the amount of weeks. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. If you extended the amount of weeks and then you could do even more. I don't know if that is, we'd be all for it, but that's just.
But you're saying, imagine what they would do.
Imagine what even more you could get done.
Sure.
It's amazing what you get done in that short amount of time. Is it coming across clear?
Yeah, but it sounded like you were asking her to make it longer, and you're saying if you made it longer, wow, how great would that be?
Yeah, if you did. I don't know if that works.
Yeah, no,
but yeah.
I don't know I don't want to steal the idea because it could have been one of the students' ideas. It might have been Lana's, and then she'll be like, Miss Nicole totally stole my idea and said it was hers. But someone, me or one of them, said, what if we next year had the same show for the year, which is a cool idea. So then we're like doing pieces all year. And then at the end, we would show you the pieces as we went. But then at the end of the year, we could do more of a full show. We'd put everything together.
Nice.
Which is a cool idea for the older kids, I think.
Yeah, I think that would be neat. Absolutely. Yeah. Cool. Something to think about.
Yes.
So what are common misconceptions that parents have with musical theater? What would be a drawback for them? Or what would you think a misconception would be?
Do you think, your parents, do you think when people think musical theater, sometimes they think racy or like inappropriate material, or I don't know what they're going to do?
No.
But it's...
I grew up doing musicals through school. So, and it was, like nothing racy. I don't have anything.
Unless you're in Chicago or Moulin Rouge or something.
Yeah, if you're looking at Broadway, you into the show that you're going to see on Broadway,
Yes.
Yeah. But
But
Yeah.
but it's held
But if
at a
I'm
church
thinking-
also. So
Right.
any of those things should be.
Yeah.
You wouldn't worry about that.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Didn't cross my mind. Like signing a, you know, they're kids. I wouldn't think that would be.
Yeah.
Thing that comes to mind.
And
Is that
the other? Sorry, go ahead.
Is that what you've heard people say?
I've had parents before, not here in this job, but for sure in other musical theater settings, emails from parents saying, you know, if I pulled something from a show, but we weren't doing the entire show, like,
Okay.
oh, well, we went and rented the video and watched that. And it is it's not appropriate. Like, yeah, well, that's why I wasn't doing the whole thing. It's not. So I've definitely heard parents say that before. And then the other thing that I think, it's not at all who you all are, but so I think some parents are hesitant to push their kids out of their comfort zone. I don't know if you would agree with that, but like, hey, it's going to be singing, acting, and dancing. Well, my kid really only wants to act. Is that going to be okay if they take the class and they don't? Well, no, it's not really. I mean, I want them to be involved in the whole class. They can't sit to the side when it's not the portion that they're interested in.
Right.
Well, here's a note for parents. If you don't push your kid out of their comfort zone, they won't learn.
Right.
That's right.
They got to grow.
I mean, that's the way for any adult.
All of us. Yes. Yes.
It's not easy. It's because your comfort zone. That's where you're comfortable. But yeah, if you want your child to grow, you gotta kind of push them. And yeah, that's where I was kind of at when I was like, when she was like, I don't know if I was like, are you sure? Come on, I think you'd really like it.
Exactly.
Push a little bit, but not so much that I make her miserable, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think it's hard to find that balance.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you know better than me because your kids are older than mine.
I don't know. It's all kind of trial and error, I think. You know, you're learning as you go. So.
We made my daughter do soccer. It's a good thing she's not in the room. That was a no-go.
Well, I always, you know, I've told Lana, boys aren't old enough yet, but I've told Lana, I was like, you try it, you're gonna do the full class, but you don't have to take it again. But you are gonna stick it out for the class. So it's kind of like when she decided, like, she wanted to take up ballet again, because we couldn't, once COVID hit, we couldn't find a place that was kind of laid back. Like if we had to miss a week,
some of them want you to make up that time, and you have
to
can't do that.
Right. And you're like going to become a professional ballerina. I'm like, no, she's a kid. She just wants to dance. And I'm like, you know, it's up to you whether you pick this up again or not. It's up to you. But if I sign you up and I pay for this, you're doing the year, you know? Not halfway through. You don't have to do it again next year. Right. But you're doing the whole year. So that plays into it too. Sure. And that was kind of why she was hemming and hawing over voice lessons. She's like, I think I really want to do it because she's trying to push herself out of her comfort zone.
Yeah, I love that.
But at the same time, she's like, but I really like ballet and musical theater.
Yes.
But I want to do, but what if I don't like it? I'm like, then you take it for the time period that you signed up for, and then you take it again.
You're better in that time.
Yeah. But I think she's going to like it. She's going to be uber nervous when she has to get up in front of people and sing, but it'll be good for her, I think.
Yes. I mean, you guys are amazing. I don't know that every parent talks that way or feels that way. But I think it's amazing that you all are that way.
We're 100% right. They should be more like us.
Don't say that.
Teach a parenting class.
Come back to bite us in the butt. Oh, man. Oh, Lord have mercy.
So I had a question here. Hold on. What happens? You taught Lana and let her direct last semester. That was huge.
She loved it.
She was so happy. She was so excited. She loved every part of it. Her name, that made Natalie happy. Her name was on the projector screen. It was great.
I think that's great because she got to experience something beyond the acting part.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what happens when you have 12 kids and you only have one Willy Wonka? Have you had any kids throw temper tantrums? I wanted Willy Wonka. What do you do with that?
Yeah, kids definitely do that. And sometimes parents will send emails too.
Oh no.
Yes. You've heard this before. There are no small parts, only small actors. Have you heard that before? And so I talk about bring it back around to what you were saying before about the people on the sides reacting to what's happening. You really should be fully engaged, and your part is just as important as Willy Wonka. If you're on stage, we're looking at you too. And you have some work to do to pull all of that together. And then also, it's not your turn this time, but it will be another time. That's how life works typically.
Right. Yeah. Do your best at this part.
Yes.
Work your way up. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Good.
I've got a whole bunch of questions here. I'm going over them. You guys talk while I'm going over this. Hold on. So what do you think life skills that the kids get during this that they can take with them? What do you hope they get, or what do you think they get?
I think teamwork is huge. If you're not, my background has no sports in it, so it's kind of ironic we made my daughter try soccer. But I think as an actor, you get a lot of those same, I don't know for sure because I've never been on a basketball team, but I think it's a lot of those same skills. LeBron can't win the game by himself. It takes the whole team. Those kinds of things. Everyone has to contribute to the finished product for it to be good. You cannot let one person carry. And then one of the things that you already talked about with Lana is just having some, I think, responsibility to learn material and absorb it and come back and polish it. I know I'm biased in the world of performing, but I just don't think there's anything quite like studying a performing art craft, taking it 1 week at a time and trying to polish it a little for some sort of finished product at the end. So.
We had a magician friend of mine who does more acting than he does magic. He's a magic hobbyist and knows magic a lot, but he performs in community theaters up in Pennsylvania. And we had him on a couple weeks ago.
Oh, neat.
And one of the best parts of the podcast, it always is, even with magic, fail stories. Have you had any fails live on stage?
Oh, yeah.
We need one.
Yes. My most recent show was John and Jen at Swift Creek Mill Playhouse. And you might not be familiar with that show, but it's just two characters in the entire show. And so it's massive amounts of lines and music because it's just the two of you for the whole time. And it's a full-length musical. And this wasn't that long ago. And it's a horrible feeling, but we were doing this very complicated song. And it had like pauses with acting in it, and then you would sing and then act and then sing. And the character who was playing opposite of me, he gave me the cue line. My head went blank. And it was in a show. I mean, we had already rehearsed the whole thing. This was, 25 performances of this or something. And it was just a random day. I don't know what happened. I knew the material cold and had many successful performances, but he said his line and he looked at me and then it was my turn. And I was like, and I jumped. Well, luckily we had live musicians and they were in the back with their scores, like trying to find where I just landed. Whatever. I paused. It felt like a million years, but it's probably only 3 or 4 seconds. But that other actor, he knew. He's like, this is not good. She doesn't know what's happening. And then I was like, I just have to choose something. And I have to pray that those musicians in the back are going to be able to flip the pages and find me. And they did. And man, you know what the hardest thing, you probably experienced this too, is for the duration of the show, I had to forget that happened because otherwise it's crushing.
Back of your head the whole time.
Yes. And you will kill the whole rest of the show. Like, okay, I killed one moment, but am I going to kill another hour and a half? Like, no, forget. Address it later, practice it later, look at it later. Don't
keep going like nothing happened. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that plays in your head that night. It's like I didn't sleep. I just kept playing it over and over and over and over. It's like the biggest moment is that next show where you just get through it.
Yeah.
Like, okay. I killed that demon. We're good. We're good. Does that happen at all in magic? I guess it doesn't as much.
It does. It does. But here's the thing, and like I've heard Hollywood actors talk about it, but I don't know if theater works the same. Reacting to what the other person's saying. So you didn't know the line or that first word is the, and you couldn't come up with the, right? To get you in that sentence. Right. In theater, are you able to just get the thought out, even though it's not exactly?
Or was that time to music, so it wasn't?
Time to music, yep.
So that was the problem. That was the main problem. I'm trying to help you with acting, but I don't know. So if
it was just a talking part where it wasn't time,
yes,
probably just float something out there and go with it. But when it's timed to music and it's bump, 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 bump.
So did that?
That's hard.
I never had that. I mean, we did Grease in school.
Oh,
we did stuff, but I had such a small part. I was the comic relief, so I was on and off pretty quick. It wasn't. Yeah, I didn't have a lead role. What was I going to?
I don't know.
So you asked if it happened with us. We were doing an illusion show, and back in 2008, we had a show that was like an I Love Lucy. Mm-hmm. I'm the magician. She's the assistant. She's trying to come in and steal the show anytime I turn my back. Mm-hmm. And we had different variations of that throughout the years. Mm-hmm. But I needed a prop. I'm asking for a prop, and she's like, I had it. It's in the dressing room. So I have to leave the stage, wink, wink, and run to the dressing room. At Massanutten Resort, we don't have a dressing room. So I have to run through the audience and go up the stairs, and I'm waiting in a loft. I'm just waiting for her to do her magic at this point. And then after she produces doves and does all this behind my back, Wes is gone. She puts on her Natalie's magic show on my table and does doves and hides the doves because Wes can't see it. Everybody's clapping, and I come back, and I'm like, sorry, it took so long. The dressing room door was locked. That was my line.
Oh, that's weird. You know?
Right?
Yeah.
But as I ran through the audience, a kid spilled a drink on the dance floor. So I run back through, and I never took the stairs because it's only 2 feet off the ground. So I plant my foot in it to jump on the stage.
Oh,
and I land across the steps, and it knocks the wind out of me. I know I bruised my foot, but it knocked the air out of me, and I pop up, and sorry, it took so long. The dressing room door was locked, and we went on with the show like nothing happened.
Yeah, I barely took us. I know it was one of those things where it probably felt like forever for him to get his breath back, but I was back putting the table away so he wouldn't see it, and he fell, and I take a step forward, and he's popped up, and he's saying his line. I'm like, okay, well, we'll just keep going, and I'll talk to him about how much pain he is in it later. And
we signed autographs and took pictures. Now she's
people are asking me like, I cannot believe he does that every show. Like that is his show. I'm like, yep. Pretty cool.
Every show.
That's amazing. But I didn't want to tell them like, oh no, he like probably cracked a rib because I mean, like
after the show, I was crying. Like everybody left. I was like, oh my gosh, it hurts so bad, Natalie. It hurts so bad. But the show must go on. You just keep going.
Yeah.
Yes. Actors are tough. Actors are so tough.
Or putting her in a box and sticking a sword in, and it hits her.
Yeah, he didn't stick it in right.
No, it's her fault. She didn't move.
It was so not. He didn't go in at the right angle. Whatever. Maybe it was a combination, but it doesn't feel good.
You still come out smiling.
Yeah.
The show must go on.
Yeah. You're doing an illusion in the middle of summer, and they've decided to do everything outdoors, and you're like, oh yay. And the illusion is just a box, and it's like an oven baking in the heat. And now it's time to do it. And you go in, and you're just a little damp, and you come out, and you're just soaked. Like, it's just, ta-da! Like,
the bigger the box, the worse the illusion. So you want the smallest box you can have, right?
Yeah, right.
But there's no ventilation. You're in a load chamber.
Yeah.
It's just, And it's 100 degrees outside. People are fanning themselves watching the show, and I've been in a box for 5 minutes.
And you can't move. You cannot move, or the whole box moves. So you're just like, don't think about not being able to take a deep breath, right?
Oh my God.
Of course. So yeah.
That is really hard.
Yeah.
Just keep smiling.
Yeah.
And then you go back
through it all so far, so you know it's okay.
Yeah.
One of the questions here is, you ever forgotten lines on stage? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's happened.
Sure do.
So I don't want to talk about fails for kids, because that's, unless you have something that, you know,
It's funny.
yeah, unless you have something silly or something.
No, probably not.
You love musicals so much. Give everybody an underrated musical.
Yeah, we should all go. Wow, what happened? We should all go out and watch, but we haven't heard of before. Yeah.
Gosh. I feel like a lot of them really don't gain traction. Like I tell students often, like after we've worked on something for a few weeks, go research it and look it up. It didn't last but 2 months on Broadway with Sutton Foster as the lead. I mean, like someone who's so amazing, triple threat.
Lana does it.
She does.
Lana does it.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Newsies was on our television for weeks.
Yes.
I got her hooked on Jeremy Jordan.
Yeah. She watches everything that he's in now, like everything. It's so fun. We watched,
which is great, because I'm
it's
sick of
fun.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yes.
No, but I was excited when you did Newsies, but I've only watched the movie. I love the movie, so I made her watch the movie first, and then she watched the Broadway show, and then she likes Jeremy so much. She was like, "Mom, have you ever heard of the movie Joyful Noise?" I was like, "Absolutely! It's got Dolly Parton in it, and your favorite person in it, and we can watch it. I have it." And so it's been fun. We watched several things together. He has no interest in, but we will watch them together. And
I love that.
Yeah,
I'm not a musical guy.
I'm not into everything with her. I haven't given in and watched In the Heights yet. I just haven't gotten too interested.
Oh, you guys don't love musicals, huh?
I
Like
do.
she does.
I do, but I don't think quite as much as she does.
Okay.
So, yeah, but I do like musicals, but there's just some where it's like, I don't know, maybe the description of it just wasn't good or something. I don't know. And I'm just like, I don't know if I think I'm gonna have to wait till I'm in the mood, like for that one. So
Don't love when people randomly burst into song.
right.
I'm not a big musical
No,
guy.
I don't mind the randomly bursting.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
The topic.
I mean, I have Chicago in there. I'm like, she's 14. I think she can watch it now. Let's watch Chicago one day, and I have all sorts of Moulin Rouge. Yeah, love that one. But he doesn't like them. So if we're doing a family movie night, and we just don't do musicals.
I could do Willy Wonka.
She hated Grease,
That's
though.
it. She hated Grease.
She did not like Grease.
I'm not a fan. She and I are the same in that way. Yes.
I like Grease. I don't like the other ones. I like the first one.
The story, if you think about the story, like to me, it doesn't have a great redeeming quality. The music is fun, but like the story itself is like, but
if you hear the conspiracy, it's, what was it? Like they were on the beach in Australia in the beginning, and they actually both died. And this is their
dream.
Like,
the whole movie's a dream. Have you
what? And this is at the end when they're going up in the car. They're both going up to heaven.
They're in the cloud.
Yeah, like
he actually did die in the movie. That's why the cloud scene makes sense at the end.
Yeah, and I'm just going, oh,
I get goosebumps.
Wow, that's weird. I never put that together.
Just think about it. Frenchie with meeting Fred Avalon or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's all their brain dying and just making a dream.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That is a very different perspective.
Yeah.
Now you got homework.
I know. I got to go watch Grease through that lens.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
all right. So not everybody, we have listeners in 103 different countries, 106 different countries now. Not everybody's from the Richmond area.
Right.
What should parents look for in a musical theater director or community. What is it called? A theater program. That's what I'm
Yes. I think a teacher or director who has been in the performing arts world in some capacity. I think sometimes you will find people who maybe went to school for musical theater and then just came straight out. I think that's fine for like teaching voice lesson, for teaching a variety of things. But I think in a musical theater class, I hope that I bring a different element by having real boots on the ground experience in the field. So that I have stories like that one I shared where I forgot a line. Because if a kid forgets a line in class, it's not, oh my gosh, why didn't you do your homework? Why are you not prepared? It's like, oh no, I know what that feels like. It's cool. Take a breath. We'll try again. So I think somebody that's in the field is going to bring a different light.
Yeah.
Miss Nicole forgot her line.
I know. If Miss Nicole can forget her line, anybody can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Dude.
Yep.
I don't know how you do this, but when you came on stage and sung and did that stuff, when they put you in the play,
yeah,
it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I don't know how you can write yourself into more of the kids' theater, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Well, I told Lana, I said, whoever directed that scene, I think they didn't want to put a full-on solo onto one of their classmates. So they were like, here, Miss Nicole, this is your part. And
put it on me with a new baby. The night before, I'm like doing my job stuff, like all the things that I think through for their show. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Nicole, you have lines to memorize. Like, get your script out. Like, you have a song to prepare.
Yeah.
Why?
It was great. I loved it.
Well, see, next time you can just make the caveat of, okay, you can cast each other, but I'm off limits.
I learned my lesson.
Way, they put somebody else out of their comfort zone for that solo, right?
One of them should have done that. It's such a fun role, but you
did a great job. I loved it. It was really good. Yeah.
Hilarious.
It was kind of neat, honestly, to see you in the mix.
So, oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
I thought it was very neat.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Put yourself into more.
I am reiterating.
All right, so you talked about performing arts as a ministry. What does that mean to you?
That's a big question.
I'm all over the place. Just go with me.
Okay, with you. Here we go. Well, I think it means a few different things. I think because Lana is in the dance part of our program, you've seen our big academy show where we're connecting people directly to some sort of a Bible story, which is obviously pretty different than our musical theater classes where we're singing Annie. So I think being able to spread that message through the arts is a neat component of this job that I haven't had in a lot of my other jobs. And then the other piece of that, I think, is what we've already talked about, which is empowering so many students to be able to, like we said before, share themselves. I think that in of itself is a ministry. If somebody can fully embrace who they are and then share that with the world around them.
Nice.
But in regular schools, people are cutting theater programs. They're cutting music programs. They don't see a value in it. But you also see the kids at McDonald's that can't make eye contact with you or can't make change. So,
right.
I mean, it's super important.
For your self-image and your self-esteem and all those things that people do talk about at school, but then they take away the arts, and that is where they get to practice those skills. Yeah. Right. And I don't think you get that. And again, I don't know a ton about sports, so I should be careful, but I don't think you get that same thing in sports.
I mean, when you're in football, you hang out with your buddies. The coach gives you a play. You butt heads with somebody. You fall down, and you pick up and do it again. There's still no public speaking.
Right.
There's still no eye contact with strangers.
Right.
Like you're still getting up in front of people doing the sport.
That's true.
But not.
But you're under a helmet. They can't see your eyes. They can't see.
Right.
Yeah, you're not having to look out into an audience and do a thing. Yeah, it's different. It's two different aspects. I think sports are very much, you definitely get that teamwork that
Yes.
you do in theater.
For sure.
But you don't feel in sports. When I played sports, I wasn't worried about the people watching. I was worried about what my teammates were doing and getting the next point. But in theater, it was more nerve-wracking because you do see the audience, but you also do have that teamwork of this person is going to be there, so I need to be here and I got to be over here, So you still have both aspects, but you definitely feel the eyes on you more, and you have to have the confidence to stand up and do it. I feel like. But
you've heard the thing where people have stage fright because of our old hunter-gatherer days or our old tribal days. You've heard that before,
No.
right? You've never put that together? If you had to speak in public in the olden days, it was because you were put on trial. You were being questioned about you did something wrong, and now you're in a room with your peers and you have to justify yourself. So it's something in us that makes us fear that.
Interesting. Okay.
That's what the psychologists say. But I don't have it. So what's wrong with me? I don't know. But I didn't know if you heard that all through school and college and things that, what did they teach you about, like with Lana, like when she learned to walk on stage. We literally did the Olay thing with her and a bunny rabbit because she was barely getting up and we had a bunny rabbit and she'd walk to touch the bunny.
She was motivated to walk when that bunny was in front of her.
And she walked across the street on film.
Yeah.
And then I did Olay and she fell down. She just sat down. But she would produce silks out of my hand. She'd blow kisses the audience, and then she just shut down. What do you think we should do more? Because some people think we push her too hard, but I'm trying to break her out of that shell. She doesn't want to say abracadabra on stage. I gave her a little thing where she just has to kind of push a button.
Yeah.
And she does a magic trick. So say abracadabra.
And we've always told her, like, okay, you're part of the show, but when you don't want to be part of the show and you come out just looking grumpy, then you're no longer part of the show. Right. But you're still going to be going because you're 14. If we're driving 6 hours away, you're still coming with us.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
And she wants to be a part of the show.
She wants to be part of the show. Oh. She wants to do her parts in the show. She says that, but then, it's like.
She's happy with it right around.
Yeah. If we tell her, hey, we have a new trick we'd love for you to try. It even has something to do with art or whatever. It's for you. She's like, she doesn't want to rehearse it or try it. She's reluctant. And it's like, I don't know if it's because she feels like she's going to be more nervous because it's something new or what. Because then she goes to class with you and she's the leader. And
The other thing is we have a trick in our show. And I almost have to do the whole thing. But it is a mind-reading trick. We throw out a ball in the audience. They give us 3 numbers. And the duck that Lana's holding says the 3 numbers they just called out.
Right.
It's a lucky duck at the fair. The setup for it is our busiest week we ever had was in 2019 when we did 28 shows in 1 week. But it was a county fair. So we did a show, 10-minute break, did another show.
Okay.
But during those 10 minutes, my little girl took off and I have some pictures on the phone of her riding an elephant, riding rides, making friends. She had a great time. But the last day at the fair, some guy grabbed her by the neck like this, walked her up to the edge of the stage and said, "Excuse me, Wes, this your little girl?" "Yeah." "Well, she's not in trouble. She's just not allowed to play the duck game anymore. Do you guys know what the duck game is?" I'm trying to do the lines real fast. But then we talk about lucky duck, how you pick up a duck and there's a number on the bottom of it. She was so good at it, they banned her from the game. She wasn't allowed to play it. She brought a duck from home. Let's try this out. She thinks this is the lucky duck, but also she won 6-foot teddy bears every time. It was $4 to play the game. There's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into this, but she tells me later on, I don't like it because people think I really did win that game, Dad.
I'm like,
honey, this is theater.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we're making it seem real.
Right.
So real that people think that. Let them think it.
I see. Okay. There's something here with Lana about being yourself or being a character.
Well,
have you tried like making her a character?
We had a mind reading thing where it was the nanny trick, and then she would pop up with the right colored nose, and it was just a clown nose because a friend of ours who was like a grandma to our kids used to do clowning, and so we have
And it's a picture of her as a clown.
Prediction of what nose she wore out that day, and certain things happen.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so then in a certain way, she would know what color to put on, and she would just put it on and pop up and go, and that's it. She didn't have to say anything, nothing.
Okay.
But the reason she didn't want to do it was she didn't want to put a clown nose on. She didn't want people to put a clown nose.
Okay.
So then I ended up doing it, which is fine. I didn't mind. We put a clown nose, whatever, because it's Nani. She did a lot of this and everything. So, but it's just different things like that. And so we want to incorporate her more, but we don't want to make her miserable. But yeah. So I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah.
But you have tried with her truly being a character, like she's not Lana, she's not your daughter, like she's truly just a character written into the script.
Because it's our show. So we talk about Natalie being a nutrition coach. We talk about Lana.
Oh, okay. And there's no room for that.
We have the story of the lucky duck, which is totally a lie. It's for this trick to make that up.
Right.
But it's still kind of true. She does have a duck in the bucket. She does.
Yeah.
Right.
But we sprinkle a lot about facts about us in the show.
Yeah.
But things that,
just
can't really read minds either, Nicole.
Right.
Right. I don't know if you know that. But
no, but I mean, even when we did the I Love Lucy theme,
yes,
it was always me and him. It was Natalie and Wes. It wasn't like
you weren't Lucy.
No, I wasn't Lucy.
No.
I was me.
We were just saying that.
Borrowing that kind of idea. Right. And
okay.
So people would think that he really was kind of against me, but yeah, it was just funny. But and different things, and people will come up to us and be like, so, like he had this one trick where it was Chinese things, and it was like a Chinese receipt. It wasn't, but
it's an old magic trick from the 50s called the Chinese laundry ticket. I don't think it's even English. I mean, I don't think it's even real Chinese characters.
Right.
And it's so politically incorrect. Anyway, because the punchline is politically incorrect.
Okay.
So
I did one that I found on Google that had love, wealth, happiness, and health or something. And I just held it up and I said, this is what I got to eat. This is what Natalie got to eat. That was our drink total.
Yeah.
And when she came to work for me, she said, I'll do shows with you if you take me out to Chinese after every show.
People were giving us directions to the closest Chinese restaurant after shows. And I was like, oh, that's so awesome. Thank you so much.
We had 5 shows today.
Move on. Like, yeah, like it's one of those things where I'm like, well, people think you have a ton of stuffed animals. Just tell them, tell them the truth. You love full of stuffed animals. It is true. But it's just, I don't know.
It's harder I'm with Lana. It's harder to be yourself than it is to be a character.
You're supposed to be with us. She's going to watch this episode.
No, I do. I can see that. I mean, you guys are amazing at what you do, and it's probably just comes natural for you to do it the way that you do it. But I do think it's harder to play yourself than it is to play a scripted Miss Hannigan who's wild and crazy and hates little girls. I mean, I think it's hard. I can see that again.
Well, we're trying.
But yes, I know. That's not helpful. That doesn't answer your question.
We also have a routine we're developing for our little boys, but they are 5-year-olds and they are all over the place, and we're struggling with it.
Boy. Woohoo!
Boys are different.
Yeah.
But we have twin telepathy.
Yeah.
So one is blindfolded. People from the audience point to something, and the other one can tell them what they pointed to.
Wow.
But we're not using a blindfold. They're completely turned around, everything. But
just
when they turn around, it's like herding cats, just trying to get them to get in their position.
No, look this way. Keep looking this way. Like
we might get it when they're 12.
Yeah, we'll see.
But we have it.
It's so cool that you'll have twins in your show. People will love that.
Oh, but they've been in the show since Lana did her first show at 7 days, 4 days old.
Oh, okay.
You know this. You don't get maternity leave when you're in.
You're not.
No, you don't get that. So yeah, she was born 28th of December. Her first show was the 31st of December.
Wow.
And the boys, she's like, well, they're slackers because it was a week.
It was during COVID. It was very cool.
Oh, yes, that makes sense.
So,
Yes.
They had a full
They're
week
5.
their first show, which honestly I was fine with because it's 2
Twins.
at once is just. Oh,
But
It's a lot.
all they do at that age is just take a final bow with us.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
sweet.
Lana, we have a table on stage, and she would just be in the baby carrier under the table during the show with the doves and the rabbits. People didn't know she was at shows.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
She's
Wow.
grown up in it, but she's got this fog now that I'm just trying to just come back.
Right.
Just come back, honey.
Yeah.
Come back.
Yeah.
But if we have to write her in as a character, I don't know how to do that
Yeah.
and keep our show the way it is.
I
You know?
think
Right. I see what you're saying.
I think she has to get to the point where it doesn't matter what they think of you. Like,
Yeah.
hard for a teenager to do.
Yeah.
You're always wondering, well, what is that person thinking about? What do they think of? Do they think I'm stupid up here doing this? And it's like, it doesn't matter. They're watching your show for however long the show is, and then they're gone. Like,
Right.
who cares if they think you're a crazy person? Who cares?
Yes.
But that's hard to get to.
But how many
That comes
people,
with age. Yeah.
Yeah.
but how many people have come up to us with pictures of Lana or Lana's art and things years
Yeah.
later?
Yeah.
I've watched you grow up on stage, and it's so amazing, and that's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
To see that. Like,
Yeah.
she has her own little fans in that world
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So less and less, she still has her own little fans. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
Anyway,
special.
thank you for doing this. Where can people find you and find out more about you?
Well, are we talking about the academy? Are we talking
Or both?
Whatever. The Academy, any like shows that you're in that we could come and watch and just support you as an actress, whatever.
Sure. Well, the Academy is encoreacademy.org, and that's where you can find all of the classes and all the things that we're doing here. And then my personal Instagram is, what is it? Nicole Chanel 0715. And I typically post anytime I'm in a show, so people will come out and support live theater. We got to keep live theater alive.
Yes.
So it's so important, and it's so different from movies. So keep seeing live theater whenever you can, or dancing or magic. It's something special that cannot be duplicated on a screen. So
Miss Nicole, you're awesome. Thank you for doing this with us today.
yes,
Thank you. Thank you.
thank you so much.
I think the only thing left to say is see you next week.
Bye-bye.
People always ask how I balance my family life with 400 shows a year. I'm just doing what I love with the people I love. It's my magic life.
I like Wes Iseli. I like everything about him.